On 1st of August 2024, the Honorable Supreme Court of India gave its ruling, a landmark kind of a ruling which talks about excluding the creamy layer from amongst SC/STs from the idea of reservation, or what it is called affirmative action. Now, when we talk about affirmative action, it is an action to undo the wrong that has been perpetuated in the past over centuries together, and to give the rightful place to the people in this independent India, where they can also enjoy the fruits of development or prosperity. But for how long these fruits are to be enjoyed by some of the influential among the reserved category? How far it will have an elitist outlook? Now, that had been a question which had been in the mind of one and all for much a time now, for quite some time. Bringing the debate back into the public platform, the Supreme Court has once again brought the issue into the limelight. Now the responsibility is on the legislature whether to acknowledge it, implement it, or to once again indulge into the vote bank politics and not to take the desired step. The question here is that yes, reservation is a necessity. The affirmative action itself is something that is very important. But at the same time, there is another question. Will this system that had been continuing for last almost 75 years, shall it continue as it is? Or shall we now, while we talk about the idea of Viksit Bharat, shall now we start thinking on new lines, on the new dimensions, and make it sure that those who genuinely deserve the fruits of reservation, only they should have the access to it, and not those who have already taken the benefit and are no more excluded or deprived of any of the services or any of the facilities available to anyone in this society. Today, I would like the UPSC aspirants to understand that when it comes to GS paper 1, you have to go back and explore the origin of the caste system itself. You need to explore how did during the freedom struggle we started talking about the reforms in the caste system. You need to explore that what policies did the British play and on what basis they divided Indian society, not just on the basis of religion but also on the basis of caste. When it comes to paper 1 itself, in the society topic, you need to understand the implications of the caste system, the reservation policy, the creamy layer issue, and this judgment on the society as a whole. Then we come to paper 2, polity and governance. This is something which is very important. You need to understand what all articles of the constitution are important, which all judgments have already been in the domain, and what have been the policies of the state from time to time to either continue with the same policy or to bring about change. Similarly, for the topic of social justice. And not to forget, this is going to have a great implication for your GS paper 4 ethics as well. I give you a brief idea that what I have prepared, and I would like this to be a live lesson, a live lecture in which the students should participate, and there should be an open discussion. In the comment section, leave a comment that we want to take part in a live discussion, and we will talk on this topic in a very elaborate manner. But there has to be a good number of students coming live with me where we can discuss it with a very open mind, understanding its implications for this exam and beyond the exam itself. We need to talk about the historical context of reservation. We need to talk about its sociological implications. We have to talk about the affirmative action, the evolution of reservation policy, the key historical milestones, for example, Kaka Kelkar Commission, Mandal Commission, Indira Sani, and all these things, including the EWS quota. Then the socio-historical context. Then we have to talk about the historical debate on creamy layer. We will be talking about the ideas like the Supreme Court judgments, this recent judgment and the previous judgments, the bench composition this time and what exactly it said, the definition of creamy layer, rationale for excluding the creamy layer, the role of state in identifying the creamy layer, sub-classification within SC/ST reservations, implications for existing policies, We need to talk about constitutional provisions like Article 15, 16, 341, 342. And then we have to talk about the ethical dimensions, administrative ethics, and the social responsibility and inclusive growth. Now, this topic has to be very wholesome, very holistic. And unless there is an open debate, this topic will not be we will not be able to do proper justice. So I invite UPSC aspirants, state civil service aspirants to come live in a live discussion where we can discuss and we can deduce. And once we have discussed it, be it a paper question in your mains paper or in your GS paper in pre, or be it your optional, a sociology optional, political science, public administration, or be it even an essay, we will get a lot of fodder, and through that live discussion, we will feel more confident. So looking forward to meet you all in a live session on Saturday at 11 a.m. Best of luck.